So the solution that the city of Champaign and the University of Illinois have utilized to try and cut down on having to provide parking on campus is by providing an excellent mass transit system, the CUMTD bus system, and it's really an excellent system with tons of different bus routes that'll really get you anywhere you need to go in the Champaign-Urbana area. And pretty much everyone on campus has used this system, and they really do try to make it as convenient as possible for students. There's a bunch of apps to see when times are, and it is really convenient. But regardless of that, there are downsides to this. These buses are not always on time, which can make you late to things. So they aren't always very reliable. And we do go to school somewhere where most of the year, or like a lot of the year, is spent in the cold. And you could be sitting there waiting at a bus stop for 10-20 minutes, and then you go to get on the bus and it's full and you can't even get on. And that's really, really discouraging towards this system. And if you're fortunate enough to have a car in the winter, then you're gonna want to drive it. But the downside of driving a car is being able to find parking, which is actually close to impossible on campus. I know from personal experience, I'm fortunate enough to have a car, and I know after getting 9 parking tickets that it is very hard to find parking here on campus. Although, if you do venture out and you try to find yourself parking on campus, you're gonna encounter a few different things. For one, you're definitely going to encounter parking meters, which, some have a 2-hour limit and some, you can feed it all day, but either way, it costs money. And the parking police here are very strict about it, so when it runs out, if you're not outside to your car within 10-20 minutes, you're gonna have a parking ticket on your car, guaranteed. Another thing is the little pink parking permits, or whatever color they are. You need a permit to park in most lots here on campus, and these permits are very hard to get. Most of them are just reserved for faculty and staff, so students don't really get their hands on those. So it's mostly all that's available is meter parking, which is a very inconvenient and expensive way to get around if you wanted to drive. My solution to the parking problem here on campus, simply put, is by building up parking garages. And this is done in a three-step solution. The first step is determining how much parking is needed and where the parking is needed. This could be done one of two ways. One, you could put observers at parking lots and determine, based on their observations, how many spots are needed in certain areas. Or two, surveying students, staff, faculty, and all the people around the area. The second step would be finding the space to build these parking garages, and that's very easy because we do have flat lots all over campus that we could just build upon. It would not be like we're taking up more space by building up on these flat lots. The third step is finding the money, which is tough because parking garages are expensive. One the size of the Illini Union approximately costs $9.5 million. Now obviously that's way, way bigger in comparison to some of the smaller lots that we have around school, but still that gives you an idea of how expensive these things can be. Schools can save up, and if they do save up and build these things, it would be extremely beneficial in the long run to have these parking garages because it would help solve the parking problem here on campus and all campuses in that matter for good.